to...
And we are live. Oh, hey.
Our signature entrance should just be us surprised every time.
Well, okay, so this time it went off without a hitch, okay? I knew that we were muted. We didn't start talking before while we were still muted. We're good to go.
Oh,
what
now
is
you
going-
jinx.
Oh, man. Okay. Well, good to go. Anyhow. Oh, it's because of that. I think it's because of
William Chalut over here saying hi. Kicking
Oh,
off.
cool. Yeah, that's so William's from the Another Reason to Drink guys.
Okay.
From Ohio. So awesome. Let me know if there's some lag in the video, guys. That's the main thing we want to know. We're trying a different phone camera this time because I upgraded my phone, and we're trying that this time, and I want to see kind of where we're sitting with it.
And
yeah,
we're pretty close to getting the new equipment too.
Yeah. So
And that'll help with
all that
bringing
stuff.
on guests and
All that stuff will get ordered Friday. So we'll have a new soundboard, way above our skill level soundboard, and 4 mics, and we'll do a different camera setup. It's gonna be wild. Hostile Dot hopping in here. What is up,
Thanks,
sir?
Will.
How are you? It's been pretty crazy 2 weeks all around the world and everything going on. Let's talk about, you go ahead, what happened, what you got going on this week? Anything crazy this week?
I feel like I was doing way too much. Like, I don't feel like I was ever home.
Oh, yeah.
But I don't think I did anything at the same time. Like, I just felt like all I did was kind of work, get home, try to relax, but then, like, it was just going to kids' events, going to the next dinner, going to see family, it was just
we're
one
Midwest
after
dads. That's what this life is.
It was just
now.
one after the other.
That's what this life is, bro.
I felt super busy, but did nothing that was excessive or extent to anything.
So I worked a ton of hours this year. I had a whole debacle with my license. That was exciting. So
Your driver's license?
my driver's license.
How'd that
So
pan out?
I definitely forgot to pay a ticket, a speeding ticket from last year that I spaced. Okay. And I went to go order my new phone, and they're like, "Okay, well, we need your license." And I was like, "Oh yeah, no problem." I whipped it out, and it expired my birthday because it's the year for it to expire too, on top of everything.
Okay.
So I was like, oh, and I'm like, it's 15 days. You're seriously not going to let me have my own phone? I have both debit cards that are on this account in my pocket right now. I never, seriously? I have a photo ID right here. It's hard to fake these. Nope, we can't do it. I was like, this is ludicrous right now. And I was like, whatever. So I was like, okay, so I need to get my license straightened out. So I went to go get my new license and did all the shenanigans for that. And he's like, your license is suspended. And I'm like, what? And I was like, he's like, yeah, it shows you don't have you failed to pay, failed to comply, And I was like, oh no. And I was like, I bet it was a speeding ticket or something. I totally spaced, And so, he was cool about it, whatever. I went and looked it up. It was a $99 ticket. Paid the ticket, paid the $50 reinstatement fee or whatever. Nothing big. But then here's the kicker of the whole deal.
Did you have a warrant or anything?
No.
No?
No.
Okay.
So the kicker of the whole thing is I got everything reinstated.
Yeah.
But they just give you a paper one. They just give you this BS paper one.
A little temporary.
Where am I going this weekend? So I'm going to casinos and bars. You think they're going to accept a paper fucking license?
Well, bring your old one.
I don't have it. He took it.
What?
Because it was suspended. So he took it. It was expired anyhow. And so...
Well, luckily you look way over 21.
Right? So I don't know. We'll see. I'm going to roll the dice, but maybe not literally.
It's going to be like that Bench Warmers movie. I am 12.
Yeah. It's going to be a crazy...
Bill.
It's going to be a crazy deal because, realistically, there's 3-4 casinos in Council Bluffs.
Yeah.
And then, whatever bars or whatever we go to. And I'm with a bachelor and bachelorette party. So, I'm like, we'll see how this works out for me.
Krista says the last temporary license she got, she didn't even have a photo.
It doesn't. Mine doesn't have a photo at all.
You don't have a photo on it?
It doesn't have a photo.
Mine always had a photo, but it was, black and white.
Nah, nothing. It says, I can make it on Word in, 5 minutes. So it's
How
this is
that
going to
better?
look legit. I mean, I'll only have 50 people there that can vouch for me that I'm older than all of them but one, you know. But, yeah, we'll see how it works out.
Nebraska.
And then I'll be in Iowa of all places. We'll see how that works out. But yeah, so that was my my craziness for the week. I mean, and then I've been working 10, 12-hour days every day and whatever, you know.
Yeah.
It's been crazy. So let's get the elephant off of the room. I want to talk about it just because I know everybody's seen it. What did you think of this Chris Rock, Will Smith slap thing? Because number one, I give zero Fs. I give no. I don't care about the Oscars at all. But I was interested. It made me watch it a few times and see whether it was like a conspiracy thing or like if it was real.
It was a pretty soft hit, I felt like. Pretty soft.
Yeah, well, it was open hand.
Yeah, it was open hand.
I think if I was going to defend my wife, I would be a closed fist for sure.
I think one of the best ones I saw, though, is like, way to go. Like, good for him for defending another man's woman. You know?
Well, it's like, the one that I saw that I thought was the funniest meme out of all of them or whatever was like, where he's like, you can keep her name out of your mouth, but you can't keep other dudes out of her mouth or something like that.
What?
I think it was ridiculous. Oh, now you did it.
I know William's in here he says if you swipe right, it makes the words bigger. Okay, well, that just makes them disappear, so.
Oh, yeah, I don't know.
Messing with me. I don't know. So they're trying to, they're coming out, they're going to have a
And he didn't press charges.
No, he didn't press charges.
No, but the Oscars are punishing.
The Oscars are going to enforce their own punishment. I saw a lot of people on it saying the Oscars have no right if there's no charges and stuff, and it's like,
yeah, but it happened on their venue.
I could go up to my coworker, punch him in the face, and they don't press charges, but my employer's still going to have something to say to me.
Well, okay, so here's a perfect case in point, right? Every professional athlete ever, just because the law outside of football punishes you does not mean the NFL is going to.
That's true.
So, what's to say that, the law outside doesn't punish you? What's to say? But it happened on their grounds. It happened during their event.
Yeah.
Maybe a 5-year ban from the Oscars or something.
Well, apparently they had asked him to leave and he refused.
I would too. I
don't know what tickets cost, but I ain't walking out.
I would stick to my guns on that one. Sarah,
I think the biggest thing though is
hi, honey.
Hey. Is he was laughing before Jill looked
at him,
and then he's like, Oh, I guess I better do something.
How many times does that happen to you, though? You know what I mean? Like at a barbecue or something, you think like some comment that one of us says is funny, you start laughing, and then she like, okay, maybe I'll shut up. No, sorry.
No, what happens is I keep laughing, I look at her, I'm like, oh, you'll be fine. Then she hits me. like I should have done something.
So other than that this week, I had my first official guest besides Tasha. On my other podcast,
I saw that.
Horny on Booze Cruise, I had Alex Eberhardt, who is a local musician. Dage Lee that always hops in here and stuff like that. It's the guy that he tours with on the American Rebel Tour. Sport my American Rebel Tour shirt. And I'll pop up their little thing real quick. I definitely have that.
If you guys missed the podcast, go back and watch it. It was on your...
It's on YouTube, Facebook, all that stuff.
Yeah, but which podcast...
It's Horny No Booze Cruise.
Booze Cruise. That's why I had the Horny No Booze Cruise, because he did sing a couple of his songs. And he's pretty good.
Yeah, he's
obviously he's on a tour. But
yeah, he sang
better than me.
2 originals, 1 cover. Here's their little thing there. They do a lot of bars and kind of all over Nebraska, Colorado, South Dakota, Iowa. I think Kansas, Missouri they've been into too. So it's a big tour. It's a big
Where's
deal.
His next stop then?
I don't know because he was talking about something, but they didn't have anything announced on their Facebook, or else I would have said something. If Dage hops in here, I'll chew at him about it and see what he thinks. Philly Perk hopping in here. Hey, what's up, buddy? Thanks for hopping in.
Chris, my wife's actually pretty abusive, so I don't know if she got that from you growing up or how that all panned out.
It's those tiny little fists like daggers, man.
Right? She does. She hits me a lot, and I feel like... I mean, I'm not saying I don't deserve it, But my words are verbal. She's more of a physical abuse. I'm more of a verbal abuse. So it's kind of a yin and yang thing.
Tasha calls me sweet names like dumbass and dipshit and stuff like that. We got pet names for each other, you know?
I like to lay it on smooth.
Seriously, shut up. Oh, you're going to get it when you get home.
So she's taking into verbal abuse too. That's my thing. Get your own thing.
So I like to support local artists. Dage has been a friend of mine for a lot of years. He actually grew up in Clark's, so that's how I know Dage.
Oh, okay.
And so I've been friends with him, for whatever, 20 something years now or something. And then Alex joined their tour last year, and so he was on the show, cranked out a couple tunes. We did a 2.5 hour long show. Got him a little tuned up while he was here. He's like, well, I'm going to do this fitness challenge, so I probably won't drink that much or anything like that. He goes, I usually drink a lot, but drinking makes you soft around the midsection and blah, blah, blah. And he's kind of a bodybuilder.
Yeah, that's what I've been drinking a lot.
Yeah, right? And so he's like, I'm not going to drink a lot. He sampled every beer. He polished off like one or two of his own while he was here. We had a good time. And he's like, as long as I make it home, I'll be all right.
That's just the influence you have.
I am that guy. I'll make you think. Even if you think that drinking is the worst idea in the world, I will sell it.
I'm going to try it. I mean, I would never before, but I'll try it. I'll dip my toes in.
There's this great... there's a podcast where Bert Kreischer, one of my favorite comedians, The Machine, he talks... Like, they said something about, are you ever going to quit drinking? And he says, that'll be the one thing I never do. And he pretty much writes this like love letter about drinking and like about how he gets excited and like a tingling feeling when somebody mentions like mimosas in the morning or whatever and like stuff like that and like shots and I'm like, I relate 100% to that guy. I was like, that is 100% me.
That's what music is.
So you have a musical friend as well.
Yeah, I also have a friend. He's out from Valley, Nebraska. Tony Trainer. He's with the Trainer band, but they're gonna. I always pronounce. He said it's Plat. I called it Plat Douche, but it's apparently not.
It's the Plottage. Yep.
Plottage.
It's a Polish name.
Plottage, but he's gonna be in Grand Island May 7th, and I got to see their show. So actually, Dylan Gage was in his show in Kearney, but they were kind of a one band. At that time, he just was helping out there.
Oh, okay, yep.
They joined together. But they throw up a really good show. So, anyone in the area, May 7th, if you guys want to come out to Grand Island.
And we should both be there. I don't think I have anything scheduled, so we should both be there. So if you guys want to come and see us and hang out.
We plan on being there.
We'll be there.
Sporting our shirts.
Yeah, probably by then. Yeah, we probably will. Yeah. And so we're going to also try to get them on the podcast, too. At least your buddy, probably. Yeah. So, and we do have some big... guests too coming on. I know of at least 3 that I have locked down, and we'll determine whether it'll be on mine strictly or this one or both or how we'll do it. So some local artists, some really famous, like TikTok famous people and stuff like that. So pretty cool stuff coming up. So I guess that's kind of all we got for that. You want to do it? Let's get into a beer and then we'll get into sports. How's that sound? You pick what beer you want to go with first.
Let me get the gum out. It's going to ruin the taste anyway.
Oh, there we go.
Start with Moonmaster.
So that's
ale brewed with vanilla.
Yeah, so this is from Odd 13 Brewing. This has Citra, Mosaic, Centennial, Amarillo, Sabro, and Idaho 7 hops. And it has, which is weird, this is from Bloomville, Colorado, by the way. But it has vanilla, which I don't know that I've ever heard of an IPA that has a vanilla adjunct in it. So I'm a little interested on how this is gonna
it's enough there.
How that's gonna shake out. So
I hate every pop with vanilla, like Coke vanilla, Pepsi, any soda that has vanilla in it, I do not like.
I can do root beer with vanilla.
I don't know if I've ever had that one. I just gave up on vanilla.
Yeah. So I don't know. It smells interesting. So this is what I'm guessing, right? So, with all those are the citrus hops. A lot of those hops are like the citrus tasting hops. What I'm guessing is it's going to be a sherbet kind of vibe, is what I'm guessing.
Okay. I definitely smell citrus.
Oh, yeah. And then I smell that vanilla on there, too. All right, here we go.
I don't know if I smell the vanilla as much.
Whoa. So
I think it has like a little kind of a bite at the end, but overall, not the worst, not the bad.
No. So all the citrus works really well together.
Yeah.
And if anything, I feel like the vanilla kind of like smooths out that texture maybe a little bit. Like it makes it to where
it's kind of like at the very end, I
like
get that little bitter, and then it kind of goes.
And not crisp. Yeah. No.
Are you wanting to drink, Carissa? Is that what's?
This is good.
Oh,
Actually,
yeah.
That's really good. Odd 13 is really cool. I know we don't have the usually I have like our little videos of like the walk around, but it's a cool little can. They Odd 13 does some really cool stuff with like comic book character kind of stuff. It kind of looks like
Looks like the Juggernaut.
Like
from
Juggernaut, yeah.
X-Men.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Mixed with like Green Lantern.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I don't know. He's got big hands.
I don't
know.
I
Pretty cool.
See Juggernaut.
Yeah, no, it's very cool. So this off-season, we're gonna pretty much only talk about football. Well, I guess there's something we haven't talked about sports related on this podcast, and it's a little political. So I don't know how much we want to get into it because we try to stay away from political stuff on this podcast. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah. No.
You don't know what I'm talking about at all? It involves swimming.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Do we want to get into this at all?
I mean, I don't know. Like, so I guess it's going to end up being political, but I don't think it has to be political.
I agree.
That's what I upset. It's like it shouldn't be political. It should be biological.
Yep.
Like, whether we agree or disagree with transgender of it, whether we agree or disagree doesn't really mean anything. But when you look at it from a sports perspective, I think they just need to have their own.
So,
like, you have men's, women's.
The thing that was kind of
the thing that
I dug into it a little bit more when it first came out, just because they're like the only reason they did it was because as a male he wasn't doing very good, and so he transitioned, not solely based on that, but he transitioned into female to be better in the sport. However, before his injury, he was like 11th in the United States or something like that. So he was a dominant male athlete, a Bruce Jenner, a dominant male athlete beforehand, got injured, and then transitioned during some of that, and so it's one of those things. Yep. If you can't afford it until say college or whatever, and this is just the time that it happened, okay, I'll give you that. And there's a certain amount of you shouldn't judge at that, or whatever. But at the same time, it's a beans and franks kind of situation.
The thing is, at that age though, you've already developed that body. Like you already got the muscles, the body.
Yeah.
I don't care how many
and the balls. Yeah.
You throw in there. The thing is, it is what it is. Like,
yeah,
I don't think. I mean, I think they should just have their own sanction, their own like group. They could have men's, women's, trans, and then everyone could just go. That. But,
I agree. A third, whatever should be.
But they kind of say, "Oh no, they're basically women." Then how come every man that's transitioned to a female in the sport is number one?
There's a lot.
I mean, there's been a couple number twos because like the heavy lifter, they went to the Olympics.
I can't. Yeah.
I can't remember. He did deadlift or whatever. Whatever you want to go.
Yeah.
Did the deadlift and got lost in the Olympics and didn't do it. Yeah. But I'm saying, a majority of them that transition
are top of the
line.
Top. Yep.
And so it's the same. It's like they're the same.
There's like 2 or 3 MMA stars that are like that too. Not stars necessarily, but top of their field in the MMA world are transgender too. I agree with you that if they want to compete, that a third category should exist, and that's where you compete.
I mean, think about the ads you can have on that one. The name of the stations. I mean,
yikes. So here's what I will say. I'm glad it happened. The reason I'm glad it happened is because it shines a light on something that's going to continue to happen. And so we're going to have to get used to it one way or another. And we're going to have to learn how to deal with it and how to be better about it. Like we've, as a nation, have handled this poorly. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, the memes that have come out of this, so funny. Like
hilarious.
My favorite one is like, well, if they think that I didn't work hard for this, then they can suck my dick. Fucking, the first time I saw it, I cried tears. I was laughing so hard. Like, man, they went so hard with that.
And again, we'll take politics off the table here.
Yeah.
If you have any... You're not safe from any joke we have to throw. I don't care ethnicity. I don't care who you are. You are not safe from whatever we're going to find and throw out there. Memes, specifically.
If it comes across my phone, we're talking about it more than likely. So that's the first whatever sports story we're going to talk about.
So, guy with the cap, that'd be you. Looks like you moan when you wipe.
I do. Just like the song says, I wipe twice. Once for pleasure and once for business.
You get that little extra itch.
Yeah.
I'm going to go back up to Josh. He thoughts on vanilla porters versus peanut butter porters.
Ooh, okay. I am all peanut butter porter. 100%. I don't naturally care for vanilla and stuff. I am not a vanilla blonde guy. I'm not a blonde guy to begin with, in females or in beers.
Just redheads.
I can't do redheads either. But I have sworn off blondes at this point too, okay?
I mean...
Redheads are definitely 100% off the table. I don't care how hot they are. It's not happening. Number one, I'm in a very devoted, loyal relationship. If that ever burnt to the ground, redheads would still not be on the list. But I enjoy peanut butter porters. One of my favorite beers of all time is Long Route that we tried one of the first episodes. That peanut butter porter. Remember that? You enjoyed that too.
Yeah.
That was really good. From Imperium out of Lincoln.
Yeah. So he's saying that I look like I beat the hell out of my husband. And you know what?
You would. No?
Absolutely. Obviously, I am, little thunder, little lightning.
Who is it that's saying that?
Repta 41.
Oh, no, know who that is. Who cares?
Krista got it. She's taking care of it.
Oh, okay. We probably would. I mean, it's one of those things. I enjoy a good wipe. I really like getting in there and making sure it's clean.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
And it itches every now and then. I'll tell you what, those farts are the best when you got an itchy butthole. Man.
The worst ones, though, are like where you fart and you're like, oh, that's gonna dry itchy. I know it. So bad. Okay, so let's go through some of the big trades. So this NFL offseason has just been absolutely nuts. Everybody's been abandoning ship and lighting fire to teams, and it has been crazy. We covered a bunch last episode.
Next year is gonna be.
It's gonna be.
I feel like this is the Browns. This is it. We don't. There's absolutely no reason they should. But everything's been so up in the air. It's like they're just gonna have a breakout, just weird. What the hell kind of season?
Yeah. So let's go over the big ones that happened this week. So linebacker Bobby Wagner from Seattle Seahawks seduces the Seattle Seahawks, more than likely because of the front office and the coaching staff. Got a 5-year, $50 million deal from the Rams to leave.
Josh says Browns need Landry back.
Oh, yeah. You know who Landry needs to go to? The Chiefs. That would be phenomenal. But I don't know. I'm kind of holding out because Lockett is leaving, and from Seattle. Lockett and I can't think of the other guy's name, and they're both leaving. They both have open contracts too.
Gas price here, Josh, is like $3.89.
Yeah, I don't know. I fill up with diesel. I fill up with diesel at $4.90 something this morning. So
yeah, I think unleaded's like $4.19 and super unleaded's like $3.89.
Yeah.
What are we going on?
Bruce Arians got moved up to the head office for the Bucks, and Todd Bowles took over as head coach.
I saw that.
That's gonna be wild. But
Okay,
but
do you
Todd
do you
Bowles.
think he did it because he wanted to? He's ready to do that move?
No.
Or do you think it's, hey, I need to move somewhere?
Him and Brady don't have a decent relationship. Todd Bowles has an amazing relationship with Brady. I think that's why.
Yeah.
So, Jerry Jones. So this is some controversy here. Jerry Jones was accused of having like extramarital affairs and having a daughter from it, and this daughter is now a full-grown adult woman, and is trying to like say, hey, yeah, you're my biological dad or whatever. He, an undisclosed amount in the millions, paid her off.
Why?
Because I don't think he wants that extra controversy. You know, an allegation is one thing. You pay it off, it goes away. But if it's a true thing, and he had extra...
if he didn't know about it, then I mean, like...
Yeah, it's talking about having an extra... It would have been, in the time period, it would have been an extramarital affair. He would have been married at the time. And so, it would have been like him having an affair.
3/4 of Hollywood. I mean,
right?
Like,
but all I know is he paid her off millions of dollars. Millions of dollars, as Jerry Jones does.
Mayfield to Seattle for DK Metcalf
is the other one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. They want a first rounder. That's what they want. They think that they can get a first rounder out of Baker Mayfield. It will not happen. I don't see it happening at all. The other big news.
I don't even know who would play into that. Like, coming from college into NFL.
There's only so many teams that have a first round left. You'd have to maybe like a first round next year, not a first round this year. You know, so I don't know how that's going to work.
I don't know who they would pick out of like who's coming up.
Oh yeah. Well, no, they Browns have a quarterback. Browns picked up.
Yeah, but Browns didn't they just give away all their first round picks anyway?
Yeah, but
they just gave away like half.
Yeah,
their
but they
first
want.
round
That's
picks
what
for,
they.
like,
But they want. So they still have Baker. They want to get rid of Baker, and they want a first round pick for him essentially.
Oh, so okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah,
and nobody's going to pay a first round pick for Baker Mayfield. I would pay a first round pick for Gardner Minshew before I would pay one for Baker Mayfield. Baker Mayfield's garbage. And then the biggest news coming out of the NFL this week, the playoff rule changed.
Oh, yeah.
The overtime rule. So now in overtime in the playoffs...
You think that was Kansas' fault?
The Chiefs... So they're the ones that appealed it last time and tried to... when it happened in their... 2 years ago or whatever. They're the ones that appealed it and they threw it out. This year it happens against them, and then all of a sudden now it's a rule. So, I don't know. I think that game is what concreted it, though. I think that game, the Chiefs winning...
I think it's a good thing to give both teams a chance, though.
But I think it should happen in the regular season, too. I think it should happen across the board.
I can only assume they do it just for time-wise. And they think that's more important in the playoffs. That's the only reason I could think that they wouldn't do it.
Yeah, I don't know. But it still comes down to, like, at the end of the day, it's still your record. So, if they didn't have it if they had it through the season... The better team would win in overtime. The better team would have possession again, and whoever would win out would win out. That's how it works, and that would affect your record. That essentially affects you getting in the playoffs. I think it's a big deal. I think that they don't have it throughout the year and then they're going to institute it in the playoffs.
But does the record really matter before playoffs?
It somewhat. It doesn't for like.
I mean, you could go undefeated and then hit playoffs and. Exactly. Take it all the way.
But the opposite happens too, you know. The Brady with the Patriots proved that like they'd be like 5-5 going into the playoffs or whatever, and then like sweep the playoffs. So it does and doesn't at the same time. It does because it keeps you out of like wild card games and stuff like that to get into the playoffs. I think it makes a difference.
Josh says they need to adopt the college overtime rules, which essentially is kind of.
But yeah, first strike. It's still first strike, right? Isn't it? Oh no.
It's if each one gets a chance.
If you field goal, they have a chance to come back too.
Yeah, but if it's a touchdown, I think it's done.
I think that's a good idea. Josh, that's a great idea. Well, we're done with that one. Do you want to what do we want to do? Go into next. Fun facts, freak facts, whatever.
Sure.
I got two.
Okay, I got a few.
You go ahead.
So human teeth are the only part of the body that cannot heal themselves.
Ooh, I knew that.
So, I mean, I think I would have, like, if you think about it, you know it, but, like, I think the big thing is, like, if you break your arm, they cast it up, and that heals itself, and it's bone.
Yeah.
But then, like, your teeth, though, don't heal it. I thought that was kind of interesting to think about, anyway.
I think it has to do with the fact that your teeth are made of enamel, not bone. I think it's a different material, right?
Yeah,
wrong?
obviously. Something, so.
That's kind of cool. Ooh, Rapid Dave, Mr. Brandon is hopping in here. What's up, sir? I think that's a little odd. So speaking of the body, did you know that because of that regeneration, that I know this is, they brought it out because of, I heard about it because of, it's like and I hate using this word or even saying it, but like because of like rape victims, to like reassure rape victims, after 7 years, every cell on your body has regenerated. Like after 7 years, you don't have anything left on your body, like all those skin cells and whatever that nobody's touched.
So they celebrate their 7-year mark. Like, you're a new person now.
My sister did.
Yeah.
So, it's kind of a crazy deal. It's, I know it seems weird, but yeah, your skin, after 7 years, you don't have a single skin cell on your body that you had 7 years prior.
Huh.
Which I think is kind of, so
it's kind of like our credit score.
Yeah. Just
3 more years to go.
But what it makes me, so even though that fact is true, I think it's weird that scars stick around and stuff like that too. If like your skin, you know what I mean? I think it's a little odd.
I never thought about that. The scars do.
Yeah. And I have like a tour. I have a.
It's just different beers we're gonna be sampling.
I tore a muscle. I cut my leg so bad that it cut the muscle when I worked at JBS a few years ago. It's probably been. God.
Is it the drywall incident?
No. This is way before that.
Oh, okay.
This is a couple of years before that.
Pretty hard on your legs.
I know, right? It's the opposite leg. But I had to have like 14 stitches inside, 9 on the outside. It was that bad. And my foot got caught, and there was like a piece of metal, and like my whole body weight went onto it. I thought it broke my leg, but what it did is it just like tore my skin and my muscles so bad right there that it just like ended it, and like my whole boot was covered in like was full of blood and everything by the time I got down.
Have you ever thought about getting like a prosthetic or something, like a pirate leg?
Yes.
Yes.
Because I wouldn't wake up with this unimaginable pain in my ankle every day. Yes. Takes me like 20. Like I walk and it feels like daggers are stabbing up my leg. Just going to the bathroom every morning.
I'm at the age where like my ankle hurts every now and then for no reason at all. I didn't twist it. I didn't do anything. I just wake. I'm just like walking around like, oh, what's that?
Mine just hurts all the time now. It's part of getting old.
So.
Rapid Dave hopping in here, still going at it. What's up, buddy? How are you? Don't forget, if you guys are watching over on Twitch and stuff like that, you can like that up, and we'll get a bunch of likes and get a little bit more people seeing it. That'd be cool. Same thing over on TikTok. If you like just tap your screen on TikTok, it'll give me likes or us likes, I should say.
If I could just keep hitting it.
You definitely can, and then I'll count it.
Is that
and then
cheating?
I mean, not to me, it isn't. Okay, so you got how many? You got?
It's a 73-year-old bottle of French Burgundy became the most expensive bottle of wine ever sold at auction in 2018, going for $558,000. Can you imagine having so much money that you're like, that bottle of wine looks good, think I'll spend $500,000 on it? Number one,
I wouldn't spend $5 on wine. Okay, that's me. I don't like wine. That's crazy amount of money. But at the same time, if I had that kind of FU money, you know what I mean? I would do. Let me tell you what would really happen, okay, Kyle? We would probably not be friends anymore. Because you would see me in some kind of really expensive convertible with just my whole face powder white with some stripper covered in glitter next to me, And
if you did that and you didn't have a powdered wig on too, though.
Just suspenders and the wig. That's it. And a line of cop cars chasing me. That's when you know I have that kind of money.
Yeah, but you'd have to put me down because someone's going to have access to it to bail you out.
Right? Somebody needs to put money in my commissary when I'm in prison. Okay, so during a day at the Koji Aquarium in Sydney, Australia, a 14-foot tiger shark threw up a human arm that had a tattoo of 2 boxers sparring on it.
Okay.
So this is a shark in the aquarium.
How did it get a human arm?
I don't know. I would assume it would. There is very little news about it. I tried to look it up. I would assume it was a newer animal. They caught it out in the wild, brought it into the aquarium. Yeah, 14-foot tiger shark, and it threw up a human arm. Now I wonder. I don't know how they're.
I'm thinking the aquarium owner murdered someone trying to get rid of the evidence.
Maybe.
That's what I'm going with.
So where's Brad at? I haven't seen him. Were you supposed to be cleaning the aquarium out the other day? Where is he at? I don't know, man.
Somewhere.
I haven't seen him.
Don't worry about it.
Mind your business. Go ahead.
So I know I'm going to pronounce this wrong, but I thought this was hilarious. The Japanese word kuchizamiski is the act of eating when you're not hungry because your mouth is lonely.
Man, my mouth is so lonely.
I mean, the fact that I was able to find another excuse, like, man, my mouth's so lonely, I just need to eat this cheeseburger.
TikTok is why I'm fat, I think, sometimes. Because I will find the best grilling videos ever where they, open fire, cook this, Portuguese rat terrier or something. And they'll cut it up into tacos, and it just looks so good. Melted cheese all over it from some baby goat up in the Himalayas that they milked and stuff. It looks so fucking good.
I mean, I'm going to try stuff twice.
Oh, damn TikTok.
So, back to the shark thing. Josh says Betty was transported from the Daytona Beach.
Maybe. Okay, I got one more.
Go for it.
So, back in the day, mob boss Vincent Gigante, or Gigante, I don't know.
Okay.
Used to wander around New York in his bathrobe so he could plead insanity and not get picked up by the cops. That guy was a genius. Okay. That dude's out there playing chess when everybody else is playing checkers. He's on top of it.
He knew exactly what was coming.
What is that? He understood the assignment.
Seriously? I don't even know what I said. My wife's giving me the seriously, Kyle, so...
I don't know.
So, pigeons can tell the difference between a Picasso and a Monet painting.
So, you did some investigating.
I did. I thought, well, how the heck would they know this? And it was a college who did some research on it. Where they get the funding for that's just beyond me. Hey, let's see what paintings pigeons know. Who thinks about these? But apparently they showed different pictures. Let's say they have each have 10 pictures. They showed 5 of the Picasso, 5 of the Monet. Is that Monet? Monet.
Yep.
I know, I feel like I'm pronouncing it right, but then at the same time I don't when I say it loud.
Monet.
But then they took those away, and they rewarded them for, this painting they had to walk over to this whatever, and then that painting they had to walk over to a different whatever. And then they took those paintings away, and then showed them the other paintings that they did. And the birds recognized them enough to go to where they did before.
Oh.
Based off the artist, color schemes, portraits, whatever their art style.
Wow. That makes sense, though.
Yeah. And when I was researching this, the other interesting fact I found out is apparently Mike Tyson is a huge pigeon fan. And he was involved.
So you said something about that, and I've heard just that much. I have heard that Was it Picasso during the Blue Period? I need more info. Right? I don't know, man. I had heard something about him being into birds, but that's all,
Yeah. So he got it because like he grew up in the city. I think it was Brooklyn.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Something like that. Or Detroit. I don't remember. He grew up in a city where there's tons of pigeons.
Yeah.
Grew a fascination for the birds, loves them. And to this day, he like raises and races like pigeons.
That's wild. But okay, but isn't it just like some weird crackpot celebrity to be into something crazy like homing pigeon races? I mean, I could see betting on homing pigeon races, but not like not having a horse in the race. You know what I mean?
I guess it's a little healthier than Michael Vick's pastime.
Well, I mean, he owns tigers, I guess. Why not pigeons too? Fuck, I guess.
Feed them too.
Yikes. Let's get into this next beer real quick.
Yeah.
Let's go with... Oh, so I'm really excited for this one. This one, even at the store, is like $9 a can.
Jeez.
So, this is Dragon Fandango. It's a beer with mango, passion fruit, and dragon fruit. It's a unique sour beer from Toppling Goliath. Toppling Goliath makes some other really, really bomb stuff out of Decorah, Iowa. Cool. And so it has this like super rad dragon on the can and everything. Let's crack this one open.
Josh, I think you're right. I think Monets are more expensive than Picassos. Here's the kicker about being an artist, though, is your art's not worth anything until you're dead.
Right? For sure. No, I want to say Jackson Pollock was alive when his stuff. And who's the, there's a gal.
Have like a banana.
Is there a gal
nailed to a wall?
Who's the gal from Nebraska that painted vaginas all the time? I mean, you know what I mean? You know who I'm talking about?
I don't. I'm sure there's a website, but I don't.
No, there's a gal. So it's not really vaginas, but she would like paint.
Sigmund Freud?
She would paint like paintings of like plants. And all of them looked very like vaginas and uteruses and things like that. I can't think of her name though.
And Carissa, to answer that question, all over. Sometimes we take trips. When I took my trip to Kansas and Colorado, I bring some back. There's a pretty big liquor store in Lincoln that has a ton of craft beers. She's asking where we find all our beers.
Oh yeah, so
it's here or there. He travels a lot for his job and is able to lunch break it up and
grab some here and there.
The
Grand Island, Nebraska also has Grand Island, Nebraska, Lincoln, Nebraska, and Omaha, Nebraska all have a wine, beer, and spirits location. The ones in Lincoln and Omaha used to be Toys R Us locations that they converted over into liquor stores, and the one in Grand Island used to be a Gordman's. They are
so
that
it's still
big.
A Toys R Us just for adults.
Yeah, well, no, the logo is still is a giraffe holding like a wine glass. It's and then they still have like the welcome from.
This looks good, by the way.
It looks really good, right? It's like this just super dark for everybody listening. It's this dark ruby red color. It smells good too. It smells pretty good.
Kool-Aid.
It does look like looks like bomb ass Kool-Aid though.
Yeah, it does.
All right, here we go. Oh wow. Shit, that's delicious. Oh,
I think we found one that I could probably drink on just a regular basis.
That's so good. But now you see why this is so expensive. Yeah. I want to say for the 4-pack.
I wonder how much fruit they put in. That's probably all it is.
I want to say it's like for the 4-pack is like $26 or something dollars. But all that Drecker stuff is supposed to taste like this too. So we need to get it, but it's like $25, $26 a 4-pack. You know, it's ridiculous. Right. Georgia O'Keeffe, thank you very much, Josh. Absolutely. That's the woman that does all these like plants and flowers and stuff, and all of them look like vaginas. I think that Josh hopped over to
gotcha. He says,
Facebook.
Here he says no fruits in my beer or on my pizza.
Oh no,
beer could be one thing. I'm just gonna say it. Pineapple on pizza should be a crime.
What?
Pineapple on pizza should be a crime.
In the right, okay, in the right thing.
No,
I have to be in the mood.
There's no right place for pineapple on pizza. I'm not going to break on this one.
Oh yeah.
Nope. I love pineapple. I don't like cooked pineapple, and I definitely hate pineapple on pizza.
I'll agree to disagree.
Second part, Canadian bacon is just ham.
I mean, yes. I will, every once in a while, I'll enjoy it. So you mean to tell me you don't like smoking hams and like having like pineapple on the ham to like help that out either?
I don't like the glazed ham and stuff. I don't like sweet, like that sweet glaze they have on ham. I try to eat like the ham without the sweet glaze.
Oh,
I don't care if it's like a honey. I just don't. I'm more of the spicy, so sweet's not my thing.
Rapid Dave hopping in here. Rapid Dave, this one is super dynamite. You guys, I'm sure you guys can get this down there. This is toppling Goliath. You guys got to pick this one up.
Listen, Sari, really good. Carissa, I love the support. We need as many followers as we can, but we don't need that kind of toxic stuff here.
What?
They're promoting pineapple on pizza.
Oh, get out of town. I think it's all right. I think that's its place. One of the best pizzas I ever used to eat was when I lived in Kansas for that like 9 months I lived in Kansas, and we would get this like supreme pizza that like the supreme toppings, and then they would put sauerkraut over top of that, and then banana peppers, and then cheese on top of that. It was dynamite.
Really?
So
Have you
good.
ever been to like a Brazilian? I don't know. Brazilian
No, I don't shave
barbecue?
like that.
You should. It's,
I mean, I probably
really
should.
Worth it. But there's like a Brazilian restaurant that it's a lot different. Like they walk around with the food and like come to your table. Like you put a flag on them, they just like cut it off onto your plate, kind of thing.
Okay.
And the big thing is like they have this pineapple that has like it's cooked with cinnamon. Everyone's supposed to love it. I love fresh pineapple. I can eat it all day. I just cannot do cooked pineapple.
So you don't do like the Mexican style, like the fruits with like the tahini on it and stuff like that. You don't do that either.
I do not like warm pineapple.
This isn't warm necessarily.
I don't like cooked. I don't want to.
No, this is like fresh pineapple.
Oh, if it's fresh,
and then you put like tahini, which is like a salt lime kind of situation.
I don't know if I've ever had it then.
Oh yeah, you definitely have to try that.
Okay.
Brazilian steakhouse, Rapid Dave says. Yeah, I don't think I've ever been to one. Pineapple in pizza isn't bad.
Pizza.
Thin crust and some ham. There we go.
Yeah, Rapid Dave knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
there's one in Sioux Falls.
Oh, really?
That's the one I've been to. I know there's probably all over the place, but the one I went to was in Sioux Falls, South Dakota.
Oh, crazy, huh? I'll have to try to figure that out. So speaking of pizza, we're gonna get into news stories. You want to get into news stories?
Let's do it.
I'm going to preposition this or proceed this with both of my stories.
TBK jumped on, says your bar's looking good.
Oh, hey, thanks. I appreciate it, man. That's Caleb. That's part of my beer group. So I'm going to say that both my stories are a little not for kids. So this pizza delivery woman was arrested because she was caught squirting vaginal fluid on pizzas of known non-tippers. So I tried to look for more information on this,
okay,
and I found none. I just know that this happened and it occurred. She got arrested because she was a pizza delivery woman for known non-tippers. So that I would assume it's people that paid for the pizza ahead of time and didn't tip. And she just like flick the bean and cover it up and then serve it to them.
Yeah, how'd they find out? Was she just in her car?
I don't know.
You know?
I don't know. I wanted to figure
Papa
this out.
John's?
I don't. Popping something. I don't know. I really don't.
Josh, I would order that.
I didn't ask for extra anchovies.
I didn't order pepperoni.
Oh man! Yikes! Yikes! It was here, and you took it here. Okay, it wasn't me this time, fucker.
Yeah, sometimes it just you can't quite help it.
Oh yikes! There's a lot of red sauce on this pizza, bro.
But it brings back to my thing too. I know it was a grinds my gears like 3 or 4 episodes ago. Why do we tip people? Like, you are paid to do this.
We're the only country that does. We're like one of the only countries.
It drives me crazy. Here's the idea. pay your delivery driver so I don't have to make up the difference. You were paid to deliver the pizza to my house. I don't want to tip you.
I agree.
I don't want to tip you for a haircut. I paid you for a haircut. You gave me a haircut. I don't want to tip you.
Yeah,
if you
unless
get my eyebrows,
unless you go topless and stick them in my face, then I'll pay extra for a haircut.
And I don't even want to pay for that if it's in the menu.
It's part of the process, right? It's part of the purchase agreement.
I just hate tipping.
Okay, so stupid. Just because you brought this up, I got to tell you the story. So, the one guy that definitely that this is probably gonna get upset with doesn't watch this show. So, somebody I know, we're just gonna go there. Their spouse is a hairdresser. Okay. And a couple other people I know go to this hairdresser. And so the one calls me up and he goes, I just went and got my haircut. I go,
pissed me off, Josh.
I go, this is like the third haircut you've had in like a month and a half. And he's like, yeah, I just go there and she just puts her boobs all up in my face all the time and stuff. He's like, I'm a lonely guy. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, bro. Oh, man. And so now, and then I said something and I was like, this doesn't happen to me. This isn't the same thing for me. He goes, well, why not? I go, because my mom is my fucking hairdresser, bro. That's not the same thing. Like, I
get my haircut once every 6 months.
I didn't look forward to haircuts because my mom's things were in my face, you know? Like, that's not why I look forward to haircuts. I was like, now if her friends were cutting my hair, that's a whole different story. I'd ask him to shampoo it 3 or 4 times, but that's not...
Oh, can we talk about, why does it not feel good when I wash my hair, but when you go to, a salon, it's like heaven?
It's because it's, close, in the water pressure, I don't know.
Oh,
I know.
It just bothers me.
I know.
Back
in the day, when I actually had enough hair to go to, a salon or whatever, absolutely, when they wash your hair in the salon or whatever, I get a half chub just them, washing my hair. Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Josh says in Ohio, most places put the tip in automatically. I would be upset, because if I had, a bad waitress or whatever, someone I felt
didn't deserve it,
I would take it out. I would I'm not paying that.
Yikes.
I'm petty like that, though.
All right, what do you got?
Okay, so I have a chic. So when I say chic, I say billionaire. And he is in the Guinness Book of World Records. And I can't show the picture here, so you guys will just have to look it up. Guinness Book of World Records, largest Hummer. He has a 2-story Hummer. Let me get the dynamics there. It is 46 feet long, 20 feet wide, and 22 feet tall. It's sitting next to a regular size Hummer.
Hummy?
That's
what I call them.
I was going to say Humvee. Humvee and Hummer are the same, so Hummy. And that's probably what he calls this one, because it looks like a dang Hot Wheels car next to this. But it has a bathroom, it has a sink in it, it has stairs. It says the sink and the bathroom are on the first story of this Hummer. And I'm thinking it has 4 diesel engines that have to run it.
It's huge.
Anyway, he has his own oil, so he doesn't really have to worry too much about gas, apparently.
It's so big
that it's just massive.
The pictures looks like a regular Hummer, like an H1 Hummer. It's in the style of an H1 Hummer. Could drive underneath it and probably be good. It's so crazy. And it's to scale.
It's a house with wheels.
It's definitely to scale too. It's that big. It looks like an RC car next to a Hot Wheels car, comparison. It's
and that's
huge.
What you do when you're a billionaire.
Yeah. I already said what I would do if I had that much money. It wouldn't be... I might own a Hummer, but I'd be doing other... I would be driving a Hummer on the golf courses. I would be that guy.
I would buy the golf course just to drive my Hummer on it.
We'd have
do you have another one?
I do. So a woman was stopped at the Canadian-American border. She was arrested for smuggling. What do you think she was smuggling?
The American-Canadian border?
Yep.
Was she going to Canada?
Canada. To Canada. From America.
To Canada from America. I don't know. Something stupid like a whiskey or something.
So, okay. Keep in mind, she had no luggage.
Okay, so we're talking prison pocket.
We're talking velvet coin purse. Yep.
Okay. I still think of like an alcohol or liquor or something.
Okay. Give me a size.
20-ounce bottle.
Okay. Try 20 liters. 20 liters.
20 liters?
20 liters of gasoline in her prison pocket.
How?
I don't know.
And why? Is gas that much? Is gas more in Canada?
I think so.
Is it illegal to bring gas from America to Canada?
Absolutely. Everything's taxed.
Okay.
Yeah. So something.
So what happens if you just fill up your car in America and drive it across the border and then siphon it?
I don't know. So you could definitely fill up your car in America and then go across the border. As long as you have a passport, you can go over and eat waffles and gravy and or whatever and come back. You know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. She was
20 liters.
And what I don't understand is they had to have pulled her out of her car. So there's something had to have been, I don't know.
She like in a sundress?
20 liters, and it was up in there. They noticed the spigot for the thing, like poking.
How dare you assume my gender?
And they smelled gasoline.
Okay, well.
Yikes. 20 liters. A liter bottle is a lot.
So I just imagine
a liter bottle would be a surprising amount.
Is that like a 5-gallon?
20 liters? I know it's. I got
How
it.
many?
Maybe. I don't know what the. You have a computer right in front of you.
Yeah, let me look it up.
I don't know what the shakedown is on that. It's a lot. This right here is probably 20 liters right here around my old midsection. 5 gallons.
So she probably had like a 5-gallon jug tied around her waist, just dangling between.
I don't know.
There's no way it was up in the prison pocket.
There's
absolutely no way.
It definitely says in vagina. In the story.
Maybe that's where the spout was.
Well, okay, this is terrible, but a bag of some kind up there and then filled up.
It has to be a 5-gallon.
I don't know.
We'll have to look more into this.
I tried to look. I tried to find it. Maybe it's false, but I don't know. I tried to look.
So I have a dad finds mutant 5-inch potato chip in a cheese and onion Aldi snack.
Okay.
And my thing is like the fact that this made the news. It's a potato chip, and it's huge compared to basically most potato chips are like the short way of the potato. This one looks like it got cut the long way.
Okay, well, why is that? Why is it newsworthy?
Well, why is this in the news? You see, I mean, yeah,
it is big.
It is significantly bigger than your normal potato chip by about 3 times.
It's half a bag.
Here's what happens for me. If I'm eating a bag of potato chips, I pull one out like, holy crap, that's huge.
Yeah,
like the fact that he's like, I gotta get this somewhere.
You know, it's not a fat guy.
People need to know about this.
You know it's not a fat guy. A fat guy would eat that damn potato chip.
But like, I just think it's ridiculous that like you.
Why is it newsworthy?
Why
it's not even shaped like Jesus or nothing.
Yeah, no picture on it, just a giant potato chip.
Jesus,
just ridiculous. That's all I had.
That's what I got for news stories too. We're not doing unlikely laws this week, right? Or are we?
No.
We were on a time crunch. We put this whole show together in like half an hour. So,
like bosses.
Yeah.
Because we put the pro in procrastination.
I want to get shirts. That look real official. That say procrastinators for a better tomorrow. Like a foundation shirt, right?
I'll start an LLC.
Why put off today, or why do today what you could put off until tomorrow? Speaking of shirts, we have shirts coming.
Yeah.
So I just did a limited run. I ordered a dozen shirts with our podcast stuff. We'll probably end up doing some giveaways. I feel like we are actually a sponsor for an upcoming golf tournament, so we're gonna put a basket together. We might order stickers. That I'm going to talk to you about. We might do some stickers.
Yeah.
And then, but we're going to throw a shirt in there and some podcast info and, maybe some gift certificates for beer or something like that. And so we're going to sponsor this golf tournament coming up for Alzheimer's. We're pretty excited about that. We're on the same team for that. My will-be father-in-law's putting the team together. So that'll be pretty cool to golf with them too. Yeah. So it should be pretty fun. I think
it'd be great if halfway through the tournament we just drive off to the clubhouse. I'm like, what are you doing? What? What? What am I here for?
So I was talking to Tasha, and Tasha's like, so who's the team? I was like, oh, it's me and Kyle, you and Sari together. We're going to do it for.
Yeah.
And she's like, we could win this. And I go, what do you... not with this group, we're not, or whatever. And she goes, no, you definitely have a friend that we could win this. And I was like, oh, I didn't even think of that. So I have a friend that was 100% a professional golfer for a while and was a golf pro for a lot of years and then now doesn't do that at all. But still will go out on 9 holes and shoot, I don't know, 5 under, 6 under all day long. And I was like, we could. But that's not the point of this.
Sari really wants to.
What?
I'll just kick her. We can get that guy.
No.
She'll be fine.
We'll have a good time. I think we'll have fun. We had fun last year.
Can you teach me? I don't know. You won't be there. He will.
No, we'll have a good time. We'll
We're in Nebraska, Josh.
We'll go out to the driving range a couple times. The driving range starts not this Friday. Next Friday opens up here. So
they're delaying a lot of golf courses because I get my membership.
It's been so dry, yeah.
Yeah, and I think it's don't they have sprinklers?
No, it's because they don't want the carts tearing up the grass while the grass is so dry.
Yeah,
and so I see them
sprinklers out.
I see them opening up and not allowing carts right away, or something like that.
Well, it's mostly the greens. I don't think they want people on the greens.
Yeah, for sure. I'm sure. It's been extremely dry in Nebraska, especially our area. Over this last year. So that's kind of what's going on. We haven't been able to go to the driving range. Normally, we're out at the driving range by now.
Yeah.
I have pictures from past years of us golfing already, and we haven't been able to do any of that yet. So, but yeah, so we're going to do that. That'll be pretty cool, which we'll probably be geared up with our stuff or whatever. And I don't. Oh, no, they don't allow that, so we'll have to do collared shirts there. Oh, no, it's just sleeves, right? At that course?
Yeah, it's just
sleeves. Yeah, because you tried to do a sleeveless one time or something like that, and they shut that down, right?
Yeah.
It was you or Coleman once.
It was me.
So yeah.
I don't know why they're so anal about, I have a shirt on.
It's because they think they're classy, and they're still in the middle of Nebraska, and they're not.
You're not classy, okay?
But yeah, so that's so you got Would You Rathers this week.
Yeah.
Let's tear into those.
Would you rather live in a country with low cost of living but horrible weather, or live in a country with high cost of living and amazing weather?
So here's the kicker, right? So you're talking living in Ireland, really, right? Ireland's weather is not great all the time. It's Seattle most of the year.
Yeah,
I could deal with that. Now,
I feel like I want the weather. I want to be comfortable still.
I do. I agree with you too. I don't think I could do cold all the time. I couldn't do Alaska. Or something like that. I couldn't.
I think I would take the weather, which is, obviously most people do because it's good weather, it is
Florida,
more expensive.
Yeah, absolutely. I think I would be my uncle just moved to Florida. I don't know if I talked about this. So he lived here all his life. Worked for overhead.
We talked about it last time. I can't. For some reason, I feel like I've heard it, but go on.
But he lived and worked for Overhead Door for 26 years or something like that.
Yeah,
and then. Went down, spent 3 days in Florida, came back. We're moving to Florida. Bought a house down there, everything. So it's cool because he's been sending me snaps of his pool. So he had this. I thought it was all glass, but so his whole backyard essentially has this from the house out, and it's all like a metal structure. It's all screens though. So his whole pool and everything is covered in screens, so you don't get lizards and birds and stuff in your pool and whatever. It's that's brilliant. That's awesome. So he has he goes out there and he's it's 70 degrees on the back patio at 10 a.m. every day. He's been...
Dude, I would do that all the time. I would love that.
Except for he said the rains there compared to the rains here are like night and day. Like there, it rains and rains and rains and rains. He spent like 15 or 20 minutes at the boat dock just draining his boat out because he forgot to put the cover on it. And so he had that much water in the hole just from letting it sit out overnight. So, yeah, it's pretty crazy. But yeah, he lives less than a mile from the dock for the golf. So it's pretty rad.
Would you rather go through your life being the most hilarious person or being the most intelligent person?
Ooh.
I feel like I would almost like... I'm already the funniest, so I kind of want to know what it's like to be.
I was... You really beat me to it, to a point where I was going to say that. I'm going to pick intelligence too. But it's because I would be a supervillain. I would be. Like, as much as I would try to be good, I would be like the anti-hero. I would be a supervillain for sure. And so I pick intelligence every day.
I feel like I would take intelligence too.
Yeah, I want limitless. That's what I want. I want that level of intelligence. Yeah.
Would you rather be trapped in the Matrix or in Lord of the Rings universe?
Oh, Jesus. Matrix all day long.
You really think so? I feel like it'd get boring.
No.
I feel like we're already in the Matrix.
We're in the Matrix now. I'd rather be here and just oblivious. Are you kidding me? Dragons? You want to deal with dragons?
I mean...
No. Absolutely not. And witches and wizards and just midgets everywhere.
Hairy little footed midgets.
Just midgets everywhere. Absolutely not. No, I'd be terrible then. I would complain. What's with all this walking? What is going on
said
here?
You had to be like the one going on a journey to Mordor, where
everything's a goddamn journey.
What if you just
There's
want to
no
go live
cars.
in the Shire?
No, nobody does
Some
that.
of them elf girls are pretty.
Oh, yeah, I don't care. I don't care. You know why? This is why.
I think I'd probably take the Matrix just because not everything there's trying to kill me.
I'm way too big of a smartass to be living in a time where I have to fight for my mouth. No, absolutely not. I'd just be Chris Rock everywhere. So I just be smacked all the time. I get my ass kicked all the time.
But I felt like everywhere they went, something tried killing them. It's like,
no, absolutely not.
Even
if so. I would take...
If I were to say Gandalf running at me, like coming to me, like I need to talk to you, like no,
no,
you don't.
I didn't sign up for this, bro.
The guy you're looking for is over there,
and all that like homosexual tension between Sam and
Frodo.
and Frodo. No, absolutely not. I know I'm bowing out on that. So here's the kicker. I don't mind D&D. Like I played D&D for a few years with some family and friends and things like that. Like, I like that world. I like the imagery of that world. I do not want to live in that world. I want it to be on a board in a notebook.
Josh picks the Game of Thrones universe with the sexy women.
Yeah,
easy
there was a lot. That Game of Thrones is a different situation, right? So Game of Thrones is the same area, same kind of thing, except for there seems to be a lot of sex going on all the time.
Yeah.
And
you gotta be careful, though. I'm pretty sure sometimes you get your wiener chopped off.
A lot of non-consensual stuff going on, and people being pushed out of windows and things. No, absolutely not. You know how cold a castle probably is? Absolutely not. You think we can't deal with the cold now?
I think it's just hilarious. You think you'd end up in the castle, you little peasant.
No, exactly. Worse. I would not. It's because I would be a jester or something dorky like that, where I'd have to like try to entertain him so he wouldn't try to kill me all the time. No, absolutely not.
Okay, would you rather have a child who's the smartest kid in the world or a child who's the most popular kid in the world?
Oh, popular all day long.
I took popular all day.
I don't want some smart ass. Nah, absolutely not. Can you imagine if you had... So, okay, here's a perfect example. I don't know that you've ever seen it.
Smartest kid.
Smartest. Oh, yeah. No, absolutely not.
Like a Sheldon.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, absolutely not.
You know what? I don't even care about the smartest. My thing is, we all know in this world, it is not what you know, but who you know.
So it comes down to, so here's that. In the world today, we belittle intelligence. It's a thing. It happens. We belittle intelligence because it makes us feel inferior, and we don't like it. It makes us uncomfortable, and so no, absolutely not. I would not. You are essentially at no fault of your own. You are creating a human being that will be the butt of ridicule, whether you want that to occur or not. You know, they could win a Nobel Science Prize or math or whatever. You know, they could be the most smartest kid in the world. No, absolutely not. No, give me a kid that licks windows but makes all of his friends laugh. I don't care.
That guy's a genius, but he's a billionaire genius,
right? Yeah, I don't.
At that point, I don't care. Hey, you remember when you made fun of me?
I don't.
Here's $1,000 to think about it.
No, popular all day long.
Okay, that's all I got for the Would You Rathers. What do you got next?
I think Grinds My Gears is next. I think that's all we got left. So we didn't do the love letters to inanimate objects this week because we did not have time. But we do have one more beer. So let me chug this, and then we'll get into this last beer, and then we'll do what Grinds My Gears.
Looking at Odd 13 Brewing, this will not be the first one we've had from Odd 13. Is this the second or third?
From Odd 13?
Yeah.
Fourth.
Fourth? Okay. Le Tigre Blanc. It's a dark lager. I'll let you explain.
Okay. Yeah, so it means black tiger, by the way. In French. just throwing that out there. So again, Odd 13.
We have to drink it pinky out?
Yes. Odd 13 is from Lafayette, Colorado. This has Saz hops in it, which Saz hops are fantastic. But this is a dark lager, so this is going to be more in the territory of a like a amber or like a winter ale, right in that category, with more of like a malty background in it. I think you're going to like it.
Okay.
Because you like ambers. You like most ambers. Amber ales are like the reds. We had like those Irish reds and stuff like that.
Oh, look at that. I might even got the head about right on that
one.
Yeah,
no, for that amount, you're right on there.
That. I'm figuring this out.
Oh, there you go, yeah. Boom. No, that's good. All right. Oh, yeah. No, that's got a...
I don't know if everyone can see the can art on that one.
Yeah, that's kind of probably their, like, out of all their cans, that's probably like the most low-key one. It looks like a Dick Tracy but a tiger kind of situation.
1920s detective tiger.
50s, probably. 50s.
You think 50s?
Yes, I think 50s.
Okay. You're probably
Dick Tracy's probably 50s, right? 50s,
yeah,
60s?
I don't follow a lot of dicks.
You don't know who Dick Tracy is? You are younger than me by a lot, though.
By a lot.
So Dick Tracy was a super popular movie in the 90s. It was a comic book and stuff like that.
I know what you're talking about now.
Yeah. Okay. Yellow. Kind of
suit.
Yeah, yellow suit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Here we go. Ooh. So that has more of a. That has like a more of a malt kind of background to it. That's actually leads more into. That's before a porter, but it's headed that way.
This one's hard for me because it's not. I don't get the bitter like I've had with other ones or anything like that.
No, it doesn't. It really doesn't have that.
It goes down smooth, but I don't know about. Am I getting a hint? I don't know why I taste coffee.
No. There's definitely, which is weird. There's definitely a little bit of coffee, kind of. So, in varying degrees of like darkness and heaviness, it usually goes like a pilsner, then a lager, then a dark lager, then a porter, and then a stout. Stouts are like super dark, come out like syrup, kind of, you know.
Yeah.
And you're not a stout guy at all.
No.
But this is probably like the edge of your darkness that you that you like to go down.
Yeah, it's not.
It's not bad, right?
It's one of those ones where like you drink it and not know if you like it, but like it.
Mm-hmm.
But Josh is on here. It only took him one episode to figure it out. It's like you always pour more than I get.
Oh, so
we've kind of explained before.
Yeah,
I'm not a huge. The whole craft beer thing is new to me, specifically for this podcast, and so Shane's very knowledgeable about craft beers, what's in them, where they're made, the different flavors, types, all that. And he rates them on a way more strict scale than I do. I rate them on like drinkable to probably never again.
You're like on a smash or pass kind of situation. Yeah.
Yeah. So he picks out the different flavors, and I just pick out whether I'd ever actually drink this.
Yeah. So Josh, if you're a first-time watcher of this, so this is one of two podcasts that I do. The other podcast is about 80% craft beer, and most of it is about reviews and stuff like that. And then most of my TikToks, obviously, are all craft beer related. And so this one is just craft beer. Just kind of helps the show kind of go along. It kind of helps get my fix in, and it's kind of this nice little niche thing that I feel like we have that a lot of other beer shows don't have, and that's that both of them usually are big beer guys, and that's something we don't have. Yeah. We have, you're doing it essentially to humor me at this point, and so it works out really, really well because you get like a first time, like a novice beer drinker taste palette on it or whatever, compared to somebody like me. Like, I love IPAs. IPAs are like are really my thing. I like that, but I like all different genres of beer. I'm not a big blonde guy, but other than that, I like all kinds of types of beer.
And we have never sampled any bourbons on the show. It's all been IPAs, crafts of that sort.
Actually, we did, didn't we?
A bourbon?
Did I have you do chugs or not?
Did we do chugs on the episode, or did we just take that off?
I bet we did that for the first episode. I think that's all. I think we just did chugs.
Okay.
So, but I do bourbon stuff. And so you are probably friends with me from the bourbon side of things because I do bourbon stuff on TikTok. I haven't done a lot of bourbon stuff on either one of my podcasts, but I'm not against doing bourbon tasting stuff on my podcast. I think it'll go that way eventually to where I will do some stuff. And you're not a huge whiskey guy, period, and bourbon is just like a more refined version of a whiskey. Yeah. You're definitely not against trying it, I suppose. But I don't know, we might do maybe for like a celebratory, this is our 11th episode. We did car bombs for our 10th episode, and then we did some Irish Reds because it was St. Patty's Day. So maybe for our 20th we'll do a little whiskey review or something like that. Yeah, I wouldn't mind mixing it in here and there, or like a cocktail or something.
I can tell you there won't be any need to do any reviews on Fireball.
Yeah, we're never... And I'll have a Tasha episode where I do Fireball cocktails, maybe. Like, Fireball mixed with weird stuff, maybe, or whatever. Maybe we'll go down a TikTok rabbit hole where we, things that mix with... Because, like, pickle juice in Fireball is supposed to be, like, incredible.
I see some of those other TikTok guys that do that. Like, those... someone just says, try this and this, and I'm looking, I'm like... Absolutely not.
Yeah.
And they do it, and they're like, oh, this is amazing. Some have been bad, but...
So somebody that hops on the show quite a bit is Brody Wilkinson. Brody Wilkinson has, 600,000 followers or something like that, and he hops in every once in a while on our show. He's hopped on a couple of different times. He is that guy. He is the this and this and this together, and he's like, all right, and he tries it. Kind of like One Big Piney is another guy that's another big name on TikTok that does that too. But Brody is a bud. So
okay, grinds my gears.
Okay, yeah, go to town.
My first grind my gears this week.
Oh, you have more than one.
I got two.
Okay,
I have like 5. I was in a real grumpy mood this week, apparently.
Okay, for first time viewers, so we have different. What do you want to call it? Segments of our show.
Yeah.
This segment, what grinds my gears, is just a bitch session where we talk about stuff that pissed us off this week. Go ahead.
Have you ever seen? I don't know if did we talk about this? Have you ever seen Quiet Place?
No, I know the premise of it.
Okay, so anyone who hasn't seen the movie The Quiet Place, it's these like 3 aliens who kill anyone who makes a sound. And so these people are like walking on sand to stay quiet. They're doing sign language because if they talk, these things will come. And apparently there's only 3 in the world. And they've already killed the whole, every military in the world. They've killed everyone. And so all these people are just being quiet. That movie pisses me off because,
There's a sequel.
Okay,
2 or 3 now,
spoiler alert. If you've never seen the movie, plug your ears, mute your phone. I give you 5 seconds.
Okay.
Okay. End of the movie. They kill him, or they kill the alien with a shotgun. Okay?
No, the fuck they don't.
They kill all of them with shotguns.
Because the military didn't think of that?
No, okay, that's the thing, though. Is these things they can't see, and so they came in, and they're like, and they're creeping around the house, and it goes like, boom! Kills it, right? A shotgun. And it ticks me off, because I'm thinking, you could get a metal box, you could put a radio in it,
boom,
plug that in, 100 yards over there, you got noise, all 3 of these things are going to come to it, a little C4, kaboom, all dead. I mean, you're telling me the world's military couldn't figure out how to kill 3 things that run to you?
Right?
Wow. No way.
Terrible premise for a movie.
Terrible movie, I think.
Okay. There was, right in the same timeline, there was like 3 movies that were all kind of like that, with sound or whatever. Because there was that Sandra Bullock movie where she had to wear the blindfold all the time.
Yeah.
That came out.
I've never seen that, but I know what you're talking about.
And then there was the Quiet Place movie. And then there was Don't Make a Sound, which is the guy that's like blind or whatever, and the guys break into his house.
Oh, yeah.
And he like murders them with extreme prejudice.
I haven't seen that one either. The other part of it, though, is so his wife's pregnant.
Okay.
And so he's building this huge, like, room. He has, like, 100 mattresses. So that when she's screaming from birth or whatever,
yeah,
that, the baby cries, that they can't hear it.
Okay.
And so he's just going all out on building this room. But then one part in the episode, or the movie, he has his son out by a waterfall and screams. He's like, ah! And it freaks the kid out. And he tells the kid, he's like, no, they can't hear us because this is louder and stuff. And I'm thinking,
why don't you just have
so why don't you build the thing, like, why don't you have the baby next to the waterfall? Why don't you build a house next to the waterfall?
Oh, that's so funny.
Oh.
All right.
Josh's favorite bourbon is Woodford Reserve.
Woodford Reserve is a great bourbon. I'm a big fan of Chugs, but my go-to is definitely is Buffalo Trace. I can get Buffalo Trace around here for like $30 a bottle. It's easily my top bourbon.
But that's my first grind my gear. Go ahead with yours.
Well, mine is not that simple. Mine's a little bit more complex. So mine's like an overall kind of thing. Mine's about loyalty.
Okay.
But it's not in relationships. That's not the loyalty. Okay. Not in romantic relationships. That's not my thing. My thing, to a point it is. Sports players and sports teams. There's no loyalty to a sports team anymore. Whoever offers you more money, you're out the door. Yeah. Instead of Tyreek Hill trying to figure out a way to make it work with the Chiefs or whatever, he's like, oh, they're not going to pay me enough. Chiefs are like, well, we're not going to pay you that much. Deuces. He said deuces, and he went to a different team. Where instead of staying with the team and building a franchise or whatever, everybody's like, do. This offseason is proven it, right? You just throw some money at somebody, and then boom, 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 boom. Nobody wants to stay with the same team. Jobs are the same way lately, right? Everybody's looking for work. So there's no loyalty to the place you worked anymore. But at the same point, there's not a lot of loyalty between the companies and their employees anymore either. Where, you used to be valued employees and then, whatever.
Now you're replaceable.
Now, yeah, absolutely. 100% replaceable. Because they know that everybody's looking for work or, whatever, But at the same point, you can't get anybody to... You can't get anybody to work. It's, I made this point to somebody else. I was like, did 500 million people or whatever, just stop working?
Where did they all go?
Like, what happened? Like, I know that there is not that many work from home jobs that just opened up to put 500,000 people a state or whatever to work, to where all of a sudden we don't have fast food employees, we don't have gas station employees, we don't have any. And to the point now where they're like paying gas station people $18 an hour or whatever. Same thing that they're paying skilled workers right now. It's ridiculous. And they still can't get people to work. It's the most ludicrous thing I've ever heard. And then what's going up? Everything's going up, Everything you buy at the grocery store is going up. Gas is going up. Everything's going up. That's all because they have to raise all these wages and everything like that to accommodate. All their prices of their products have to go up so they can accommodate these wages. It's ridiculous. Loyalty is gone. Same thing with younger generations and stuff like that. Like, I feel like we're gonna be the last monogamous generation of people or whatever, because anymore in relationships, anybody younger than us or at the same age as us and lower, everybody's relationships are so disposable. Nobody's working for relationships anymore.
Yeah.
The idea of marrying for love is a new concept. It's only been around for the last 100 years or so. Before that, it wasn't about marrying for love. It was about arranged marriages and things like that, and you learned to love the person you were with, And somewhere along the line, we got this like fantasy idea that you have to be like madly, deeply in love with it. Well, okay, you know what? Sometimes love is arguing with your spouse and spending some time away from them so you don't rip their damn head off or whatever, Like the idea of like not working through stuff and like being just, so quick and so over it, and it's ridiculous.
There's no longer love at first sight. Sometimes you have to walk by twice.
You have to walk by twice. Don't be showing that ankle if you don't want none.
Don't show me that ankle if you don't want none.
Oh, man. All right. Enough of that heavy bullshit. Go ahead.
And she might be on still, but I don't really care because she knows I don't like it.
Oh, Miranda, what's going on? How are you, darling? Miranda Deader in here. Deja's wife. Go ahead.
Is the issue with women getting out of a car? I swear I will go to a grocery store. I could get myself, my son out. I could go in the store. I could buy everything I need on my grocery list, check out, and she's still on her way out the door of the car. It just drives me crazy. So, she's like, why didn't you wait for me? Like, I didn't want to grow old sitting in the parking lot.
Hayo Rungsang, what's up? Hey, how are you? Over on Facebook. I don't know who that is. Our relationship is the opposite. She will grab her purse, whatever, and walk in. And we'll have a whole car of shit to unload. And she'll walk in and just leave me in the dust. And I'll have to, like, barely be getting out of the car. She'll be in the house already. And because I'm, like, grabbing phones and, like, making sure I have everything. And then start unloading the car. And she'll be inside already.
Well, I'm talking about at the store, though.
Oh, no. It's never that way with us. But, so...
She beats you in the store?
Yeah. I mean, we usually go in together. I usually very rarely have to wait for her.
Okay.
Tasha's a different type of woman, though. I will say that. I think you have a much bigger issue that happens at your household than her taking forever to get out of the car. I think it's her allergy to the gas station that's way more of your problem than her taking a long time to get out of the...
Do you know what happened tonight? This very night. I had somewhere to go, she had somewhere to go with the daughter. And so I needed the van because I was taking the 2. She needed the car because she's taking the 1.
Okay.
And the car's mine. I drive the car. That's what I do for work, everything. She drives the van. We swap tonight. Do you think there's any gas in the van?
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not.
There never is.
There never is.
Here's the thing, though. I bet she has a superpower. I bet her superpower is that she gets 90 miles out of the last eighth of a tank of gas or whatever. You know what I mean? Because every single time you get in that thing to drive, it is always on E.
It is on E. And we're like 20 miles from the nearest gas station. And we have one uptown, I guess, but it costs like 40 cents more a gallon.
Yeah,
so
ridiculous.
But I was like, why? So I filled it up. I went all the way. I got stuff, filled it up, came back home. She had half a tank when she took my car to go do her thing. Do you think she brought it back with any gas?
Oh, no, empty.
So who had to stop to get gas before I could even come here? I filled up 2 tanks today. I'm not even sure if she knows how to fill up a gas tank. Like, I'm going to have like a video training on how a gas station works.
Just put a GoPro on, like, the gas lid and be like, this is the last 20 times that this car has been filled up. Guess who's on all 20 of these videos?
Right?
Oh, man.
Pops and Mash is on.
Oh, hey, what's up, Boston? So Miranda says, Dage and I are upset. He's so slow. I'm like, dude, let's go, she says. Dage is hopping in here. Yo, beautiful shirt, my dude. Absolutely. So I hear the American Tour is... Oh, the American Rebel Tour is playing this weekend, all weekend. Friday in Sioux City, Saturday in New Haka, right?
Wanahaka,
Lincoln East. Boom. Mic drop. Awesome. Hey, I was promoting you earlier. I put up your guys' tour poster and everything. And then Miranda hops in here. That's a fact. I was on E tonight when Dage took my car and he had to fill it up. It's something with you women that you guys don't know how to fill up a car. I don't know what it is. I don't. Every time we go anywhere, we always have to stop at the gas station. Every single time.
Every single time. Hey, thanks for keeping my seat warm, by the way, Dage.
No, it wasn't Dage. It was Alex that did it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And Alex isn't on tonight because he's a bastard. Alex is super awesome. He was a great guest. We had a lot of fun. Dage will be on the show as well. I don't know if we'll have Dage on this show or if we'll have him on my solo one. We'll figure it out.
Okay.
But he's going to come on and he'll play some tunes for us and hang out and all that. But I told him he had to wait until we got the new equipment. So,
yep.
next, it was insulting. I mean, it is.
You know what's even more insulting? When it's 20 degrees out and you have to fill out the second tank of gas that day. Right? The amount of respect.
Dage, haha, dude, you don't have to self-promote. Absolutely, you didn't have to self-promote tonight. I already promoted you at the beginning of the show. But yeah, and that was insulting. All right, to women that don't know how to fill up a gas tank, yes, I agree. You women, period. All you women.
Okay.
Don't know.
Previous conversation.
Okay.
When they transition from a male to a woman, does it automatically stop the gas filling?
No, I'm sure they still know how to fill up a gas tank.
That's going to be the key determination. Like, what's your gas tank on? E. They've transitioned.
Like, no. It's
transition complete.
You pull up into the venue. I'm swimming in the 200 meter. Are you swimming in the male event or are you swimming in the female event? Female. What's your tank at? 3/4 a tank. Bullshit, buddy.
Get over there.
Bullshit, buddy. Get over there. Yeah, you and your balls swim over on that side, bud. Let's see. Dave says, dude, she sucks at driving anyhow. She doesn't need any gas. Yikes. Okay. Miranda says, let's not get sexist here. You men can't piss on a pot to save your life. Actually, that is like what we're kind of born to be able to do.
I was like, oh, that's kind of the irony. The irony there.
Like we have an
we
have an aiming device and everything. Sometimes it's in somebody else's handwriting, but they're holding the pen. So, oh man. Anyhow, Dage Jetter hopping in here. Dage Jetter is part of the American Rebel Tour. Like they said. They will be in Sioux Falls or Sioux City. Whoa! Sioux City this weekend, and then Lincoln East on Saturday. It'll be a good time. So if you are in those areas this weekend, go out and check them out. That's what we got for this stuff. I'm still drinking on this beer. What do we got coming up? We got any crazy stuff coming up? We got new equipment coming in. We'll order that Friday. I'm sure it'll take a week to get here or something. So maybe by the next episode we'll have the new equipment, and we'll just be screwing that up left and right to start off. So that'll be fun.
That'll happen.
But let's see what else.
I was gonna say rabbit hole into this.
Okay.
There was a bar that had an issue with all of the men pissing on the walls and not hitting the urinals and stuff.
Oh, yuck. Okay.
And so
I worked for that bar. Oh man.
What they ended up doing is they engraved a fly in the urinal. Didn't have that problem anymore. So they took like an engraver in the urinal or a sticker somehow, and they painted it black so it looked like a fly was at the bottom of the urinal.
Oh, great idea.
No one pissed over everything. They all kept aiming for the fly. That's how simple-minded we are.
Oh,
like,
yeah, for sure.
Look.
So, that being said, the way that my mom taught me how to, how I got potty trained or whatever for, like, peeing in the toilet, was my mom would take Cheerios with us everywhere, and she would put Cheerios in the toilet and tell me to, like, sink the Cheerios.
Okay.
And that's how that works. So that's how I got potty trained to, like, pee in the big boy potty or whatever.
Breakfast was right after?
Yes. Yes. Urine Cheerios. So yeah, no, that's another thing that seems to keep men's attention is walls plastered in anything. As long as they're not basic ass walls, the best, like, in Kansas City, there's a like arcade bar called Versus.
Yeah.
And there is all over the walls in the men's room is nothing but like cutouts from like 80s Playboy magazines all over the walls.
I got that in Lincoln.
They're like decoupage. Maybe that's Lincoln that I'm thinking of.
It's right on the old market there.
That's right. That's Versus. I am right. It's Versus, but it's in Lincoln. They have one in Kansas City called Up Down that kind of has the same thing going on in their bathroom.
Yeah.
Up Down is what I was thinking of. Yeah. Boobs, that's how. Exactly, Miranda. She knows. But yeah, I mean, I'll do a lot of things in the name of chivalry for boobs. For sure. It's been a little bit of a longer show. We're at 142 or so.
Not too bad for having absolutely nothing prepared.
Yeah, it happens every time we don't have anything.
I know.
When we have like an hour to prepare, we have a 2-hour show every single time. So yeah, we got new equipment coming in soon. Our audio did clean up a little bit. I got a new phone, so that's what I'm using right now. We're gonna switch video. That's what I meant, video, not audio. We're gonna switch video coming up in the next couple weeks as well. So like the whole thing's gonna kind of change, and I have plans to try to do a different kind of a backdrop, and I'm not sure how I want to do that yet. But I would like something that I could put up, and take down, kind of thing, and use it for both shows. But we'll see how that all
front and back. I
think I could do it with one, and then just swap out whatever the middle thing is. I think I've got an idea for that. The audio sounds good. That's awesome. So this whole time, I know I've thought about green screen too. I don't know that I want to do a green screen though. I think having a physical background is a little bit more interesting. But yeah, so other than that, we got new equipment. We got I'll be out of town this weekend. We're gonna go
Omaha,
hit up the boats and the casinos. So I might have some news about how that all goes down. Our daughter's big dance recitals is
kind of going down there because you're hood rich now.
No, not yet. Me at least. That comes next week. So our daughter's dance recital. So we'll probably talk about that because you have an experience.
Oh, yours is there too on Saturday.
Yeah,
And
our daughters go to the same dance studio. Yeah.
I totally didn't even think about that. I forgot about that. I'm not going to be there on Saturday.
No, we're going to be there Sunday too. Sunday's the only show.
Did you get tickets?
Yeah. Yeah. It's a whole fiasco. We'll talk about all of it. Just wait until you have to sit through all 3 hours or whatever.
I've been telling them. Well, I haven't told them, but like, why don't they break it up in like age group? No, not age group.
No,
K through first, like
you'll
9 to noon.
You'll understand.
I've been to one last year. I freaking hated every second of it. Except for
it's so long.
I talked about it last one. I don't know why people think I should care about other people's daughters that are dancing. They're cute. That's great. You guys can dance. Way to go. I'm not here for you. Get out of my way. I just want my 10 minutes of when my daughter dances, and I want to go home.
Okay, so I got you beat. I got you beat no matter what story you have to tell about any dance thing ever. My ex, which would be my kids' mom, got married at my kids' dance recital that I had to attend. So I had to sit unwillingly with 300 other people in the audience that unwillingly sat through my ex's marriage that didn't even last a year that happened during the dance recital right in the middle. Yes.
She had her, like...
Yes.
People paid tickets. She had to have people pay tickets to go watch.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. We're gonna dive deeper into that story on the next episode. I promise. I promise.
Caranico on tap?
What?
Caranico on tap?
Oh, I wonder if that's one of the Bros on Tap guys.
Says cheers, fellas. Cheers.
Hey, absolutely. Oh no, he's a beer guy. He does beer reviews. Yep, he does beer reviews. What's up, man? How are you? So yeah, How far is Sioux City from Council, Tucky? Does anybody know?
I have to look it up.
If you win, don't forget about us. Nah, Miranda, we'll hang out. I'll pay Dage to just come play once a week or something. If I win at the boats.
Make sure you raid someone this week too.
Oh yeah, we will do that. Let's hour-ish. Yeah, I'm not driving an hour-ish. I can guarantee that's not happening. If I have my way, I am going to be drunk, and not like a little drunk, like sleeping in somebody else's car drunk. That's my whole goal. But yeah, we'll see how that works out. So we're gonna raid over on Twitch. If you guys are over on TikTok, we'll have a little bit of an after show. It should be a good time. I want to thank everybody for hopping in here and hopping in the comments and saying what's up. This has been episode 11 of Unlikely Role Models podcast. And join us in 2 weeks. Same bat station, same bat time. It'll be a good time. So let's raid. Let's see who we're going to raid. Let's see if anybody actually pops up on my raid channel thing. Negative. How about... Let's see. She is definitely on. We're going to raid Muni. She's going to be probably playing Fortnite. It'll be a good time. She's up and coming. Oh, Kevin Galvin, what's up, man? You missed the show, bro. You got to hop on sooner. Yeah, absolutely. So we're going to raid over on Twitch and Facebook and everything like that. You guys will probably go over there too. I'm not sure how that all works out. But after that, we're going to end that. So I appreciate it, guys. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight. We've been a blast. We've been awesome. I've been the Horny Gnome. And this has been
Kyle, just Kyle.
Kyle, just Kyle. And we'll see you guys next time. Appreciate it. And we are... I thought we were rating already. We're rating right now. Are we rating or not? I don't know what's going on right now. Are we rating? I don't know. You never see one. Kevin, next time I will definitely 100% send you a message. That... I don't know what we're doing.
It says host or unhost. Do you have to unhost it?
Oh, no. No, we're just hosting. So we're good. We went over there. So we can go to her. Let's go this way. All right, guys. We're out of here. Thanks for hopping in here. We love you all. Peace.